And welcome back on Take Action News. This is Daniel Marins on this Saturday, March the 2nd. You can listen and watch us on takeactionnews.com. We also encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/takeactionnewstv. Ed Rendell, former Governor Ed Rendell of Pennsylvania, MSNBC analyst or corporate hack? That is the question, and whether MSNBC should disclose his conflicts of interest when they feature him on air. This week, an activist from Pennsylvania, Sean Kitchen from Horsham, Pennsylvania, started a petition saying MSNBC disclose Fix the Debt co-chair Ed Rendell's conflicts of interest when booking on Credo. It now has more than 5,000 signatures. And it says, disclose Ed Rendell's conflicts of interest due to his position as a co-chair of the Fix the Debt campaign, a billionaire finance campaign to cut Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, when he appears on MSNBC to offer commentary on budget, public investment, infrastructure, or environmental issues. The petition also cites some of Rendell's other conflicts of interest, such as his work trying to do public-private partnerships on infrastructure from which he would profit directly as a partner at Ballard Spahr law firm. And I would also add that he was key in the lobbying efforts to get Mujahideen Khalq, MEK, the Iranian terror organization that is trying to overthrow the Iranian government, but is an Islamic Marxist group and was on the State Department's list of terrorist organizations. He was key in getting them removed from that list, which is sort of murky territory there. Many people believe that that was not the right decision. It was heavily influenced by money. But it gets to a broader issue of media disclosure. Are the people that are talking heads on TV and that are staking out certain public policy positions and that have credibility in many cases from being in past public office, such as former Governor Ed Rendell, is it really fair to represent them as neutral analysts? Here are some of the positions that Ed Rendell has staked out on Social Security and Medicare on MSNBC. Here's what he said about chain CPI and the Medicare eligibility age.
He has to also deliver a message to Democrats that we're going to have to compromise. Now, give the president credit. He said that he would consider change CPI. He said back in 2011 that he would raise the age limit for Medicare with some carve-outs. Those are things that he's going to have to deliver if we're going to get Republicans to go along with more increased revenue and doing something finally about the debt.
Now, that was Governor Ed Rendell on the MSNBC daytime talk show The Cycle. Cycle co-host Steve Kornacki and writer for Salon challenged Rendell on the issue of the Medicare eligibility age, which is obviously very controversial. He confirmed that the governor does support this position. Here's how Rendell explained it.
Well, Governor, if I just heard you right there, are you saying you would be okay with raising the Medicare eligibility age?
With proper carve-outs for people who are, have health challenges? Absolutely.
Well, now, the Medicare eligibility age, raising that age from 65 to 67, according to a study by the Center for American Progress, would leave 450,000 65 and 66-year-olds uninsured. It would also shift costs off of the federal government, saving the federal government a negligible amount of money, but shifting them tremendously onto states, employers, Medicare beneficiaries, and 3.3 million 65 and 66-year-olds who would see their premiums go up, including 1 million of them who would see their premiums go up, or out-of-pocket costs rather, go up by almost $4,000 a year. So this is universally considered bad policy, and you saw Governor Rendell give that sheepish response that there would be medical carve-outs for people with health challenges. How would those be determined, and what would those look like? They don't say. They don't get specific, and that's the same position of the organizational front group Fix the Debt, which is financed by private equity billionaire Pete Peterson and has poured money into Washington and flooded the airwaves with media appearances, trying to convince lawmakers and the American public that we need to cut Social Security and Medicare. Not disclosing that conflict of interest, we don't know how much Governor Rendell is paid, I might add, for his role as co-chair of Fix the Debt. I reached out to Fix the Debt this week to ask, and I received no response. I also reached out to MSNBC President Phil Griffin this week to hear if he would be interested in disclosing Governor Rendell's conflicts of interest on air, and he gave me no response. Now, I have a disclosure to make, and that is that as policy director of Social Security works during the week, and I always admit that on the show when discussing topics related to Social Security, that I did help organize this petition. I did. I helped get the petitioner, Sean Kitchen from Pennsylvania, because I think that this is an issue that needs to be exposed. And I'm not afraid to say that. And yes, this is part of my paid work, but it's my paid work because I chose that cause, because I believe in it, and I disclose that conflict of interest whenever I talk about this topic. And I could probably get paid a lot more to be a Democrat and a liberal speaking out to cut Social Security.